asleep. Charts awake. Trade Daddies on the mic. Let's work. Let's work. Rent your hand by daylight, grease on the sleeves. Nightfall, switch lanes, candles and degrees. Blue collar mornings, markets after dark. Teaching wealth in the shadows, lighting up the charts. From the shop to the screens, breaking cycles, no cap. Turn patience into profit, show the roadmap. Education first, yeah, the mission stay clean. Built on discipline, modern Canadian dream.
Daddy time, late night grind. Shots glow while the world unwinds. Trade Daddies, yeah, we break it down. From higher highs to support and bounce.
OG in the game, seen bubbles and pain. Hands wrapped tight, both gloves and gains. From the ring to the feeds, pressure don't shake. Market swings heavy, steady moves get made. W3BC built, yeah, the vision clear. Teach and entertain, make the lesson hit here. Punchlines land like a clean left hook. Market speak when the trader looks. After bedtime, headphones on, screens glow bright. Risk defined, patient tested every night. No hype trades, only structure and plans. Read the flow, understand supply and demand. Not promises made, just skills passed down. So the next generation builds solid ground. From dads to traders, lessons stay true. Knowledge is power, now pass it through.
Who runs the chart?
Trade Daddies,
Who breaks it down?
Trade Daddies.
Risk, reward, discipline.
Let's get it.
Who runs the chart?
Trade Daddies,
Trade Daddy. Who breaks it down?
Trade Daddies.
Trade Daddy. Risk, reward, discipline.
Let's get it.
Daddy time, late night grind. Real talk for the trading mind. Trade Daddies after dark. Read the market, play it smart.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Yo, welcome to episode 6 of Trade Daddies, brought to you by, shout out to our sponsor, VDEX, one of the best exchanges, decentralized exchanges I've ever used. I exclusively trade on VDEX, and it's been great, honestly. I really like when they explained it to me how it works. It's think about like a bar tab. It's kind of like it's very similar to Lightning Network. You get on there, you connect your wallet, and it's like a bar tab. You put a bunch of transactions on there, and you don't actually have to talk to the blockchain again until you settle up. When you withdraw, then it'll go to the blockchain, talk to it again, and be like, hey, this is how much you have, this is how much you owe. Boom, bada bing, bada boom, you're done. And private, secure. And what I really like about VDEX is there is dark pools. Nobody knows your trades. Nobody knows where your stop loss is, your take profits, none of that. You're not being hunted on VDEX. You are the hunter. You're the shark. You're the apex predator.
Oh man, I really like that because I'll tell you what, dude. I honestly despise, and I've been putting in a lot of tight stops, and for like getting stopped for like $30 or whatever on a big trade, just keeping it tight because like I really want it to go one direction, and I don't really want to sit there and panic. And like if it's going to go down, just cut me out, and we'll reevaluate and we'll get back in. We'll try again and stuff. But like I always feel like the moment you put in a fucking stop loss, bam, you get sniped and it just goes, and you're like, man, you son of a bitch. And if you like don't put one in, like it'll just ride longer. Like, and I know that whatever, but yeah.
How many times have we heard like other exchanges like with manipulation on the charts and these scam wicks and all that stuff like that? Like it's happened so many times. Like me and you've been in the crypto space so long to see this stuff unfold. Like every bull cycle, there's always some sort of scam on some blockchain where like, oh, the Bitcoin chart went down to 0 on Binance for like a couple seconds and everybody got liquidated. like it happens, right? Maybe it shouldn't happen. Maybe it happens on purpose. Who knows? Maybe there's insider stuff going on, but it doesn't happen on VDEX. They're still in beta, so there's still obviously some bugs, but they fixed a lot of it. I'll be honest with you. I'm exclusively a Bitcoin trader, and we had some Bitcoin issues with the charts. 2 weeks ago? Totally fixed. The chart is like 1-to-1 with my trading view chart. Actually, it's probably the best ever been. I was thinking about this the other day. I'm like, damn, like there is like I don't even need to use trading view because it was just 1-to-1. Like I'm not. There's no delay or anything like that. So working perfectly. And coming from weeks, I felt like using the same platform, like with your take profit, your stop loss, your position size, the UI UX, pretty similar. And not to mention, anybody that is trading on VDEX, you get yourselves XP. Every time you trade, you get XP, which are going to be convertible to the V points, and those V points will be used for the TGE. When they TGE, you're going to be able to swap those V points for their token. So you're farming an airdrop essentially. So get trading.
Get trading.
That's it. So tonight, Bitcoin rally stalls. What happened? What happened? I thought we were all back. Didn't everybody say we were back?
People were smoking too much opium, I think.
Too much opium. So let's crack a beer and have some fun. Or water.
Oh, I'm drying out right now. Doing sober March.
Are you
I don't know if there's gonna be a fight in
I was
May.
just gonna ask. I'm like, are you getting ready? Are we prepping? Is that some news? Is that like some subtle news there?
No, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know if there's anything going on. I've not heard anything, but I'm getting myself ready. So
Have you been training in the gym, like hitting the bag?
not really.
Yeah.
Nope. It starts now.
That's it. There you go. We got lots of time, honestly. Lots of time.
Yeah, plenty of time. I'll have a full camp. So.
I'm just so ready for May that like my mind is there. I know it's still March, but like my mind is already set on like April and May. I'm already thinking about the Bitcoin conference and consensus. That's up in the air. I don't know if I'm gonna go or not, but if there's people that are going, then I know I'll definitely show up.
Yeah. I think probably probably the end goal would be to go there. What do you think the Bitcoin conference is going to be like now that token is canceled? Do you think you'll see a lot of overflow there, or do you think because it's
Well, I know people that have been talking about it that usually don't talk about it. Like I know Mikkel's going to be there. She passed on it last time. I think we had Melina on the show yesterday. I believe she's going to show up again.
nice.
Possibly. So I don't know. It's also a bear market. Like, does it show up to the amount of people show up that usually show up? Maybe. But I'm kind of hoping that it's going to be pretty good. But I think so. Like, again, Bitcoin just getting bigger and bigger. I feel like you kind of have to be there now, especially with all the institutions, because everyone's going to want to go talk to these people. It was like, remember when we were in Toronto for consensus, like how many institutions, lawyers, and all these kind of people were there. It was massive. Like that's kind of the future, I think, right now with crypto. It's all about institutions. So,
100%. I mean, like it's the institutional show, you know that. Like, and it's very evident with how Bitcoin runs, how the news cycle is. It's their developmental phase, right? Like it's funny. I was going over a couple articles on the show about ETFs, right? All in the same time frame, all within a few hours apart from each other. One of them, is talking like, the ETFs are they're not really getting used. They're just getting explored, just the tip of the iceberg kind of a thing. It was a total FUD article, and then the other two were like massive numbers, like the inflows were 8 consecutive days. I wonder what today was actually. I have a feeling today was an outflow.
Yeah, we lost like $4,000 overnight, basically.
Well, I bet's not in yet. But was it Fidelity is FB? Yeah, Fidelity wise was an outflow today. But we had, look, we had eight days of inflows. And this is something that, we'll talk about in the mornings on the morning macro. If you look at like the ETF flow, right? The inflow and outflow schedule in conjunction with the price of Bitcoin, it's very evident that when you have multiple inflow days, or when you start to go heavy, right, where the outflow days are fewer and far between, the price of Bitcoin just goes way up. And we've started to trend up, to be honest with you, when you look at that activity. And so I don't know if we've bottomed. Like when you think about it, and I'm not jumping ahead to like anything that we're talking about, just whatever, but like I do want to get your opinion. Do you think that we've bottomed? I suppose, because I don't want to say that we have, but really the appetite, the headlines, I've talked about this for a while now as well, Mike, is that what we're seeing is a total bullish divergence, right? Like the price might be going down. We're expecting it to go down. But if you look at these headlines, man, they are just strong, strong, strong every single day.
Yeah. I'm hearing myself through your speakers, I think.
You're hearing me?
Sometimes I'm going to speak too loud. I think we're good now. So as for bottoming, I don't think we've bottomed. I think what we're kind of dealing with is just a lot of support. If you come back to when we hit that new all-time high before the halving, it kind of came up around that level. So we're fighting with that right now, and then just below that, you're fighting with the previous all-time highs for Bitcoin in the previous cycle. So it's gonna be a battle. It's gonna be a fight to lose this support, right? Because once resistance turns into support, right, on the way down. So I think that's really all it is. And the
Judging
more
by your volume profile that you got up there, like there's a strong chance that we free fall for a minute here.
on the weekly here,
Yeah.
let's take a look. Let me zoom in just a wee bit. So I'm gonna exclude the other here. Let me zoom in here because it'll show. Yeah. So right here. So this is where we're stuck at. We're stuck at this. Like we're at the bottom here. So we if we were to gap up, we could gap up to 86.
Yeah.
But it depends on where we go. Like right now we're here. If we continue to go lower, like if we lose, 61, which is that we hit 59K last time and we bounced off it. But if we hit 59K now, like you're in this gap here. You stop at 52, and then the next gap is down to 44, and that's kind of where we're thinking. Cycle bottom could be around. In my opinion, it's losing that. I still of the mind that we lose the weekly 200-day moving average. I just think price is doing this. Like I don't see anything other than a tip of just a very typical downtrend. Right? Like it's textbook in my eyes. Like that's a textbook downtrend, and you can see kind of the same thing, here, right? In 2022, where we came down, we came up, same thing, right? It's just a little.
When do you think the market started becoming like truly manipulated?
I think it's always been manipulated. Well, I don't know. Maybe less manipulated when Bitcoin was new, but when there's people that see value, like it becomes valuable. That's just part of the game, right? Everyone's always going to try and game the system to get an edge.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it's manipulated, but so are I would argue it's less manipulated than traditional markets. Like traditional markets, like if you want to get into a new company, you have to be an accredited investor. Like so, the retail doesn't even get a chance. At least everybody has an equal chance to own Bitcoin. You know what I mean? Nobody can stop you from buying Bitcoin, whether it be even if your country stops you, you can get peer to peer. You can mine it. There's ways to get your hands on Bitcoin that can be stopped. So in that sense, I still think it's better. Yes, is it manipulated? Of course it is. Especially if you're trading perfs, you're just buying and holding. Then who cares, right? Like buy and hold. You're storing your time and your energy, like your money. Money essentially is time and energy. So you're just storing it for the future.
Yeah. I want to do something. I'm going to clean all these drawings off, and then I'm going to go to a different chart.
You know what? Actually, it's funny when you look at Bitcoin right now. You know what it kind of reminds me of? The S&P 500. So I'll bring up the S&P 500 chart.
Had a pretty textbook dips and corrections to just go right back up and make new highs. Like
it's the curve. Look at the curve here. So the first time on the S&P 500, we kind of came up and we did this like curve right here. And we're kind of doing the same thing here. Again, it looks like a big M pattern. So I see us coming down to the weekly 200-day moving average on the S&P 500. And the Bitcoin kind of looks, if you look at Bitcoin now, forget about the 2022, 2021, but look at this curve. Does this not look like the S&P 500's curve?
Yeah.
Right?
Definitely.
I don't know if we're going to bounce here, but it kind of looks similar to me. Again, we don't like curving tops. It's not, you want curved bottoms, not curved tops.
Rounded bottoms pay the bills. Rounded tops.
Yeah, like flip it upside down. And doesn't that look bullish to you? We're just about to cross the 200-day moving average. Like when I see a chart and I'm like, I want like I truly like I'll look at this and I'm like, man, I hope we bounce off the 200-day moving average and Bitcoin goes on a rip. Like you can make that argument that we take the 200-day moving average on the weekly and we're on the way up. But then when you flip it upside down, I'm like, I'm actually more bullish because I'm in my mind, I'm already forecasting my model, which is like the SMA crosses the 200, we come for a retest, and then we go up. But that tells me because it's charts upside down that we're in a downtrend, not an uptrend. So until the downtrend is like invalidated, it has not, at least on the weekly. The daily's starting to change. The daily, I thought we were definitely making a bear flag. The daily has as you can see, it's starting to round. We like the rounded bottoms. We were just talking about that, right? So
Maybe.
um, maybe I could see that we hug that SMMA, the white line here, and just kind of make a little uptrend. Do we get up to the 200-day moving average on the daily? Right now, that would be $93. I don't think we get there because it's going to take a while and it's trending down right now. So by the time we hit it, you might even come to this point of control, this white line. So the VPVR will put point of controls, which is like lines that it likes to kind of stop at. You can see all this chop here on that line. Same here. This was resistance here. It was support here. So you're kind of seeing something like that there. So this point of control might be where we stop. So we could go up to 87. Yeah, so like this the daily for me is kind of starting a little bit of an uptrend. I will caveat and say that the RSI is getting up there and the stochastic is up high. Doesn't mean it can't still run. It can still have room to run. We can still go up. So I'm still thinking March and even maybe some of April could still be bullish, right? Like we what happens?
Will have to be bearish, right? Even though we're expecting a downtrend for most of
The
the year.
summer is usually kind of boring for crypto anyways, even in a bull market, right? Like, so that's kind of where I'm thinking like April 1st Q1 starts, or sorry, Q2 starts. Maybe some of the bullishness goes into April. I believe March we have FOMC meetings and Bank of Canada meetings for rates, rate meetings. So we'll see what they're gonna do there. I know Canada's gonna do probably gonna just keep it the same. I'm curious to see what the US is gonna do because with the whole war and everything like that, it's kind of, the war's kind of a good excuse to print money. So we'll see what happens, but most likely not, because Jerome Powell, I believe, is in until May. So you probably won't see anything until after that.
Right, but I did see something that there should be a cut this year in 2026.
Oh yeah, I think they was it like two, I think they had two scheduled that they were talking about. I don't see why they wouldn't at this point. Yo, Mike Lowry, welcome into the chat, man. What's going on, brother? Hope you're doing well. Mike Lowry.
This has been hang on, I'm gonna need just 1 second because I want to make one change here.
Yeah, man, you do your thing. But all in all, I still like the rally stalled out. Doesn't mean that it's done. Nothing goes up in a straight line forever. We had some pretty good price action the last 2 weeks. Like that we pumped up to 74 and then we went right up to 76. Like we had really, really good pumps the last couple of days. So if you were able to trade those, damn, you did good. You had some nice moves. And then, we continue our downtrend. You can make money no matter what, up or down. Crypto ESP, what's going on? Welcome to the chat, my friend. Restream does not let us chat to X. I don't know. X is so weird with their API. I don't know. They're very stingy with what platforms allow them to use the API. So I can't chat with X here, except for just actually shouting you out straight up. So I'll just do that.
I got over on my phone. I got the X chat up, and then
I can see it here. If I reply in chat, they can't see it. So that's why I just call you. Can I show it? Oh, I can show it on screens though. Got you, bro.
boom.
Hello, Luca. Welcome to the chat, my friend.
Boom. What's up, my dude? It's been a fun here, I'll share my thing. You can pull it up.
Boom.
So I've been doing a lot of looking at things in comparison to things, right? and one of the good ones is comparing Bitcoin to the S&P 500 and compared to gold.
Okay. What line is what?
All right. What do you think is what? Really quick.
Um. Yeah. Okay. I think the orange one is Bitcoin. The
Okay.
S&P 500 is the top one. And what was the other one that you compared?
Gold.
Gold.
Yeah.
Gold would probably be the middle.
All right. I'm gonna scale this back. Okay. So this goes back to October. Let's just go 1 year. So I'm gonna go to March. Okay. All right. Does that make you change your mind? So it's gold, S&P 500, and Bitcoin. This is 1 year.
I still think Bitcoin is the orange.
Okay.
S&P 500. I still think and red is gold.
Okay. Orange is Bitcoin. Yes, 100%. That was predictable. I'm ridiculous, and I would have made it orange. I did color code that on purpose to make it orange.
Oh, maybe gold.
The S&P 500 is red, so
Yeah.
the 10.72% up is
Crazy.
the 500, and gold is up 63.89%
Wow.
in the last year. So
This is a bunch of very happy retirees. All those boomers are doing the shimmy right now. I told you, gold is the best asset. I've been telling you for 20 years.
you know, watch this though. Like, watch what this chart, because this is like so crazy to see how time can change some things. Because look how Bitcoin's like way down there, right? And even if we come in close, like the Bitcoin obviously has done well so far since like the war thing. Like this is where I started looking at this, was like, how have things performed since like the Iran conflict started, right? And Bitcoin's up, gold and S&P 500 both down. But dog, like, watch what happens when you start to like scroll this thing out multi-year. Like Bitcoin just like
It's not
starts
even, not
working.
even. It's funny, like it's so funny how you can change data to make it suit your narrative if you take it out of context, right?
Bitcoin is the greatest performing asset in the history of humankind.
It actually is.
Yeah.
But like if you zoomed in, you'd be like, "Oh, gold is the best. We told you Bitcoin's garbage." But when you zoom out, it's like, no, not even a pen drop. Uh, not even close. Curtis, what's going on, brother? Welcome to the chat. Yeah, man. This is it.
Back. I've loved being able to like compare things like this, and then just like as you like manipulate data and look at stuff, you're like, wow, that's interesting.
So, and then even take it to the next level. It's like you compare it, you see it on the chart, and then you ask yourself why. Gold is up because uncertainty. Gold is up because you have the AI build out, so the infrastructure is needed for electronics and whatnot. And all the rare metals went up because of that, right? We're moving into a more of a world that's it's not multipolar. I'm trying to remember the world. Yeah, multipolar. I think we were in a globalist society. Now we're in a more of a multipolar society where everybody kind of, and you're seeing it with the US, everyone's protecting themselves, right? They're showing up, buying, like central banks have been buying gold like crazy. China, Russia, and the US have been buying up gold like crazy. So that all makes sense, because right now it's all about, we're not like the global macroeconomics, not everybody's working together very nicely right now and trading very nicely with each other right now. So it's about protectionism, and Ray Dalio talks about this a lot in the Changing World Order, right? Like China is a rising power, and the U.S. Has been the global power for 100 and something years now. I think over 150 years now, and what they're doing with Venezuela, what they doing with Cuba, what they did doing with Iran. It's not about just oil. It's really about China. Like that Strait of Hormuz is, trying to stranglehold China and their oil production. They need oil. So China has the thing that the US doesn't. China has a great energy infrastructure, but they don't have the chips. The US has the chips, but doesn't have the infrastructure for electric, right?
Uh-huh.
So for energy. So now that's why Trump is trying to slow down China in that sense, and that's why we're worried about the whole China invading Taiwan to take control of TSMC, and it's the battle for AI. Whoever controls AI controls the world. So you're starting to really see that happen, and you see it in the data through the charts, through gold, through rare metals, and all that kind of stuff. You can follow along with those narratives with that, right? So it's a cool thought experiment, right? Like I go through that stuff and I think about why it does that. These, like, they call it the alligator jaws, is what you're seeing right now. Like the charts diverge like that. It's called the alligator jaws, and they will come back together at some point, but like it's not going to be because of a Bitcoin rally. It's probably going to be because gold's been on like a freaking generational bull run. It's gonna collapse. It's gonna come back down again, right?
You think so?
Yeah. Oh, I think gold will have a correction, like every market always does. The S&P is going to come down, Bitcoin's still going to come down, but I think things start to level off again, and then Bitcoin will take the lead again into the next cycle, the next business cycle, again 2027, and then again you may not see this again for another 20 years where gold outperforms Bitcoin or something like that. Or if ever again, who knows? If we have mass adoption and people start to see the value of Bitcoin and be like, well, I'd rather hold this than physical gold, because eventually the millennials and the Gen Zs will be the old people in the world, and they don't really care about physical stuff. They're used to a digital world.
We got until April 14th. If it's going to match the same kind of little consolidation match from the last time it dipped and then dipped again, you got until April 14th for this thing to make a decision of what it's going to do.
Yeah, it's going to be it'll be interesting. Curtis, I use the alligator jaws when trading FX. It was my favorite indicator. It's delayed a bit, but I feel like it gives you the confirmation. Yeah, I think a lot of indicators in trading are delayed. Like even your R size delayed. Like a lot of things are delayed, but it will close. It will close. Especially that the S&P. I really see the S&P this year coming down. Like probably around. I'm looking at like buying. I love this. It looks a really good drawing, actually. It's I think you're gonna see the S&P hit 5,000 this year.
This is tongue for sure. Is the red one.
It even has the proper color. Like that was perfect.
Yeah.
Well, you're here first, guys. We're Dundees here, looking looking at the charts in the Safari for Bitcoin.
Bitcoin, the S&P 500, and gold. Gatored. We are gatored out. Let's go.
That's it. We're gonna make some gold leather skin boots or something like that.
Are the Florida Gators are they in the tournament?
The what?
The March Madness tournament?
I have no idea. I'm so Canadian here. We don't have college basketball. Didn't you see that Simpsons episode where they make fun of like the Canadian basketball team, where Bart Melhouse, Bart throws a basket. It's like, oh, you're good, eh? You should join Team Canada. Yeah, it was we don't have a great Canadian team here.
Let's see. Miami's in there. I don't see Florida. South Florida is. UCF is. Oh, Florida is.
Okay.
And they're a number 1 seed. Man, I'm picking the Gators to win this whole thing. I'm just on what just happened.
That's it. We should put this on a t-shirt. This is it. This is our new logo, guys. Mama said Gators are grumpy because they got teeth and no toothbrush to brush them with. my mama said. Mama says.
Is that like Waterboy? Right?
Yeah, I love that movie. That's great.
All right, I'm gonna do a bracket that, or actually, I'm gonna do a BC game bet.
There you go. Oh man, BC games probably like got March Madness like crazy going on right now.
I should take a look at that. Yeah.
All right, let's jump into the 5-minute chart because I made a new indicator.
Ooh.
So on VDEX, I am the Shark Daddy. I am I'm a Hammerhead Shark. So when you get on the leaderboard, this is not my main account. You move up the leaderboard. I'm in the top 100 traders, and it's like you get like these different things. I'm a hammerhead, right? So like there's whale sharks, there's shrimps, there's swordfish. And the more you trade, the more volume you do, the higher you get on the leaderboard for points. And like I said before, those points will be exchangeable for their token come TGE. So I am Shark Daddy because I'm a hammerhead shark. working my way up to whale shark. I think it's like $5 million dollars in volume, but I'm close. I'm like 2 million, so I'm about halfway there.
Sure.
This is the Shark Daddy indicator. It's a 4 to 5 minute chart. It's my model. Again, still a work in progress. I got a couple traders doing the alpha test. I'm still looking for 3 traders. So if you guys are active traders, this will be only for VDEX community members. So if you want to sign up for VDEX, make sure you guys use code AP, sign yourself up, capital AP, and then let me know if you want to get access to this indicator. And I'm going to show you guys how it works. So essentially, this indicator is for the 5 minute chart, and it's good for entries. It works best on bullish momentum, works less good. That's a terrible way to say it, but not as good during sideways chop. So keep that in mind. But the idea is, and I'm gonna go and I'm just gonna like close it out for a second here. I'm just gonna take it off the chart. So my strategy, and I've showed you guys before on the channel, is when on the 5 minute you have the SMA cross the the SMMA, which is the smooth moving average, the white line here, crossing the 200 SMA, which is the yellow line. We cross, we have price come up, and we come back and we retest that 21-day moving average, or the SMMA. And then that's usually a good entry. So now we put the indicator on. It's going to show, actually, I don't need to put this on. This is the strategy. So if we show here, it'll show your green dots will be your entries. I'm going to get rid of the blue dots. You don't need I'm not going to show you the take profits. Honestly, exits are up to you. I tell everybody, like, the indicator has a strategy for take profits. I don't follow it necessarily because this is really to catch trend. Like, see here, you get 4.
That you don't follow your own strategy.
Well, I don't follow the take profits because like everybody's risk is their own, right? I follow for the entries though.
That's a good point.
Like I mainly made this indicator just to help people find a good entry point, a safe entry point with my risk management strategy. You got to use my risk management strategy with this, which is every trade is only 1 or 2% of your portfolio, but not a crazy amount of portfolio. That way, if you do fail in the trade, it doesn't matter because, like, for example, there's four green dots here. If you lose, you can lose all 3 of these trades. All you need to do is catch 1, right? Because if you think about it here, look at this move here. If you caught this one, you would have got stopped out. You caught this one, you never went into the green. You never went red again. You caught the move from basically 69,951 all the way up to 73,000, right? And we can go back even further, and we can see, a bunch of green dots. You caught this one, you got stopped out. You caught the second one, you got the entire move up here. Again, this one was wrong. This one was good. So sometimes I do notice the indicator does kind of shoot a little early. It does get like, there's usually a second low, or it could be a second low. Depend. What I personally will do when you see a green dot like this and the SMMA is coming down, I would either wait for the retest, wait for it to bounce off the 200, or just keep your stop loss tight. As soon as this crosses to the downside, get out, right? You're not going to win every trade, right? You don't have, and that's the whole point. This is not going to be 100% perfect. There is nothing that exists that's 100% perfect. But what I will show is over the last 7 days. Hold on. Hold on. It's not, let me put it back on the chart. I think I got the wrong one here. Indicators, scripts. There it is. Nope.
Is this hard to make?
Pardon me?
Is this hard to make? Did you like vibe code it?
I did.
Oh, yeah.
I did vibe code it. I just tried to put it into language the way, like, again, I tried to like tell it how I trade. So last 7 days, I believe we're at 41%. I think I got the wrong indicator here. Or am I on the wrong chart? I'm on Bitcoin. Oh, I am on the wrong chart. I'm not on the perpetual chart. I'm like, why is it giving me weird numbers? Okay, I was on the just the Coinbase chart. I wasn't on the perpetual chart. Okay, 5 minute indicators. Boom, this one, and my scripts, the model strategy. There we go. Okay, last 7 days, 58% success rate. 30 days, 43%, 90 days, 41%, and then we go to 38% over the last year. That's still pretty good for the year. It's obviously less successful on a year-to-year basis. Not to mention we've been down for most of the year, so
Uh-huh.
I'm curious to
You're
see
bullish
when we hit a bull market again, when we're in an uptrend, how this performs, because it's really good for bullish momentum.
I was gonna say, is there bullish bias built into it? Really,
This is a bullish entry. This is for long specifically. It's not looking for shorts or anything like that. I just wanted to make it for this is really for scalping, because usually the 5 minute you can catch the daily high with the 5 minutes. So if you catch here, like for example, here you would have caught the daily high. That would have been the 16th. You got in here and you got out here in the 16th. You got the daily high for the 16th of March. Same thing here. If you got in here, you would have got the same thing. You could have caught the day again. Like you have multiple entries here. You could have got in here, got out here, got back in here, got out here. Again, that's when we had that really nice pump. And so as you can see, it's really good for that bullish momentum. But it's essentially the SMA crossover the 200, retest, and then entry. Hey Mike, tried using your code for futures. Don't work yet. Gotta wait a few days. You think? Did you use it today, Luca? Because I just got a DM from them today saying that they set it up today. So I know I put a previous post out saying that it was set up. And I don't know if it was set up yet. So I did get a DM today saying that they set it up for me. So let me know. If it doesn't work, I will message Lauren and see if they can fix it. But it's modern, just MOR, I'm a brain fart. I spell modern. MODERN.
Hey, look, pull up the 15 right now. Do we look like we're about to collapse down to, let's see, if I measure this correct, like 67.6?
The 15?
Draw this thing up and tell me what you see.
What are we doing right now? This is weird. This can almost be like this is a diamond. Is this a diamond? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I see it. This looks like a diamond to me.
Okay.
So diamond pattern is usually like this. What is going on with my chart? So we'll come up, go like that. Boom. Boom. Boom, like that. The measured move is usually the middle. 69,510 is potentially the move. Diamonds usually work like this. They usually exit the same way they entered. They exited. Actually, no, this came in from the top, so it could come out the top actually. So this could actually go up 72 if it goes out the top. If that is a diamond, we could. How else can we draw this?
I got it almost like a wedge, like a block with like a flat line, like at 70,920.
Yeah, you could call this a descending triangle as well. Yeah, I see it. Yeah, descending triangle. If that's the case, you measured the top to the bottom here with a move down to 69,886. So I could see that too.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, or again, symmetrical triangle, which also is bearish. Yeah, this looks more like a descending triangle to me. We can ignore this here. That's just a liquidity grab, right? Yeah, that's just a liquidity grab. And yeah, makes sense. You have again. I would just wait and see. I will. The stochastic is low, R sized under the neutral line, so we could pump out of here, or we could just kind of chop around in this last bit. Like this doesn't have to go here. Like this can go a little farther, right? Like actually no. Oof, you know what? Now part of me wants to say falling wedge.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I'm actually with you there.
Yeah, because we can even incorporate this here.
That gives us more time to decide and like for it to decide, not us. For it to
Again, it's the market doesn't know what it wants to do. We're in chop right now. I would wait till we have a clear decision of where the hell we want to go. Just keep in mind we pumped for the last couple days. We had really good moves. I still think we're in a bear market, so we're gonna come down. Right now, as you can see, there's a point of control right here. See how the price action comes up and it's oscillating around this point of control. It's straight dab in basically the middle of price action here. So I would watch this point of control here. You're dealing with this part of the volume right here. If you
And
get
just
above
drop.
it, you hit a little bit of a gap here, right? Up to 71 and then, back up to 72. So I will tell you in my trading group, they're long up to 72 right now. So my mentor is in a trade right now, long on Bitcoin up to 72. So that makes sense for that, for this to be in a falling wedge. So keep that in the back of your mind when you're looking for trades. Again, I wouldn't enter a trade on this. I would wait to see what the trend wants to do, especially if we get above this point of control, bounce off it, flip it at support, and then move on up. I will be very more likely to say, hey, 72 is in play. So if price action does something like this, we come up above this line here, come retest it, and then you can get in on the retest and ride that puppy.
Come on, ride a train and ride it.
But you will see when there's a good entry, you're going to see it on the small time frames, right? If you want to get in on the 15-minute, ask yourself, does the hourly look bullish?
Yeah.
Yes, it does to me. Very like our sign, the red, stochastic, again, the stochastic can still come up. MACD is starting to flip bullish. This looks like a falling wedge to me. This looks more like a falling wedge.
Throw it along just to do it.
Yeah, like it still can come down more. Like we can come down to 70,600, something like that. So
what's that? Where does that wick come to, that green wick?
That goes to 70,444.
I think probably put it in order down there.
So yeah, you can definitely go there, get that liquidity level. Price action does the same thing of my model upside down. The 200 or so that smooth moving average had crossed the 200-day moving average on the 1 hour, and now price action might move down here and then come back and retest. So if we flip it upside down, it looks bullish.
Yeah.
Right?
Like a snake.
So what you would, if you're bullish on a trend, you want to see this cross and then come back and touch the 21. So the entry essentially, could have been here. But this is almost like a rising wedge. Like, so even this momentum may die off, but as long as the smooth moving average, the white line is below the 200, shorts are more likely to pay. So we can see something like this where we've come down here, kind of come back, touch the 21 again, come back here, make a double bottom, and then make our way back up. And that'll bring you to 72 potentially. Okay, I'm just spitballing here. Like for me, trading is all about probabilities.
Right.
Anything can happen. So I try to think of my way through different scenarios of what I think is logical to happen. And then that way, if A, B, C, or D happens, I've already mapped this out in my mind. I'm just reacting to it. And you already have that trade. If you're going to build a trade in your mind first, then all you really do is when it shows up, you execute. That's it. That's mostly what trading is. It's the prep, and then you just execute when your setup happens. Right. That's literally what the indicator is. It's literally just executes based on a set amount of parameters that I've given it, and it just shoots you that green dot. But I don't know. I get mixed signals. We just had a huge move down.
Dump. I feel like
right. The faster you move down, the faster you move back up. You know what I mean? You used to have those
we didn't V-shape recovery, but I had a couple small scalps today. Just kind of in and out of some things. It was not really, with the market. I was feeling a little timid, even though I was going in, just getting some wins, getting some small losses, just getting some stop losses. Yeah, kind of thing. Just being
getting your reps in, man.
What's that?
just getting your reps in.
Oh yeah. But I just feel, dude, I just feel like we're ready to go back up. Like all of our VWAPs, all of our previous daily shit, like everything was up north of where we were after the dip. I feel like tomorrow's gonna be a good day to be long, in my opinion. And then, even
Yeah.
if we continue on down, because when you zoom out, we're still in a downtrend. But just to catch back up kind of where we were and catch up to some of the levels, the averages, I think tomorrow will be a good day to be long. I was expecting it to be a little bit earlier today, but obviously that didn't happen. We just flatlined almost.
Anything could happen. But Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays are the best days to trade with the most amount of volume, most amount of liquidity. Thursday, Fridays, again, they could be good, but more often than not, there's just low volume on Thursday, Friday. But I have seen very good moves on Fridays, very good moves on Thursdays. So you know what? The more you're in the charts, the more opportunity you're going to see. It's really as simple as that.
100%.
The more you're there, the more you're going to see. And more often you're in the charts, the more likely you are to hit something. When volatility strikes, you're there. You're there and ready to strike. But yeah, seeing this huge dump, we'll have to see what happens here. We want to see, like, I implore everybody to put the SMA 7 on your chart. I said it. What I do is I go SMA 7. I put on the input, put it on low, source on low, and just watch how price action respects that 21-day moving average, that white line. It always comes back to the 21 or the SMA 7. Always. When it gaps too far from it, it always comes back. Always, always. No matter where you go, price is always coming back to that white line. Even if you're below, the same idea when you're in a short and you start to gap away from that smooth moving average, it's going to come back at some point. This is how I snipe those, those 1 minute crazy trades. Those 1 minute trades that I trade, where I go, like, I full port the portfolio, I catch when it's wicking down like crazy, or we're dumping, I long it because I know we're gonna have a wick, and all I need is that wick with a high enough position size. You can make $300 in like a minute, 2 minutes, because you have this where we get too far from that 21-day moving average, it's got to come back. So I try to time it. Again, it can go against you. That's risky. I don't recommend anybody doing that, but that's how I do it. I just watch the 21 gap away from it and come back. And just, it's so crazy. You can go back in history, you can watch any time frame, go to the 4 hour. It's the same bloody thing. That's all you really need, honestly, on your chart is the SMMA and the 200 SMA. That's all you need. Those two indicators, or those two moving averages, is all you really need. And you catch trend.
So are they going to cross again?
On which chart? On the 1 hour?
Yeah.
So the 1 hour, we just crossed to the downside. So this might start a downtrend, right? So this could be, so right now we want to see it, if price continues to stick with this, this white line here, this SMMA, then it's curving, so it'll maybe come back up. If we gap away from it, so what we can do is, like, if shorts are going to start paying off, we're going to gap away from it, come back up, which will cause it to start curving down. And then as long as we keep gapping and coming down, it's going to pull it down every time until we make some sort of a bottom. So eventually the volatility will slow down on the moves, away from that 21-day moving average, and then it'll start to curl like this, right? And then it'll come up, because now then price will start doing this, and it'll just follow it along all the way, right? So, like, you just, again, the more you stare at the charts, the more you're going to start to see these patterns play out over and over and over and over and over a long period of time. And then you start to understand how to trade that kind of stuff, right? Because you can literally, you get in when it touches and you exit when it gaps too far away. Even if you got this little move, you could have got this little move, could have got this little move here to here, could have got here. It depends how balls you are. You want to go to here, you could. Again, if you got in, like, for example, on trades like this, you're never red again until you start going sideways. But You could have exited here and still been up, right? So that's a little caveat. So when you're looking at smaller time frames for entries,
That's it.
that's what you want to see.
The SMMA, it's the 7, right?
Yeah, it's the smooth moving average. So it'll show up as the SMMA 7 on your chart. So you just go to indicators and go SMMA, it'll smooth moving average, and then you go the 7. And on VDEX, if you're on trading on VDEX, I do the same thing. It's you just go SMMA, it's the smooth moving average, and then you just go to settings, and you just want to put your source to low, and then that's it. And then change it to whatever color you like. I like to use white. I like to make it a little thicker just so it's easier to see, and I like to use the 200 as yellow. Just colors I like that are easier to see. But that's how you get trend, right? So on that 5 minute, that's basically what I'm getting. Is the 5 minutes a really good place to get entries, but you want to look at other time frames like the 1 hour to see is the 1 hour bullish, and then most likely the 5 minute will be bullish, right? And you just get your entry on the 5 minute and you exit. You can exit on the 1 hour when we get too far away from that 21-day moving average. So the SMMA 7. Yeah, if you guys want to use the indicator, hit me up in the DMs. Join up on VDEX.
Wait, the SMMA 7 is the 21-day?
Yeah, it's a 21-day moving average, I believe.
Why do they call it the SMMA 7?
I don't know. To be honest, like I started using this because this is the model I learned from the lifer, and he calls it the 21 days, so it just programmed in my brain. But it is the smooth and moving average.
Gotcha. I've been watching a little bit of his shows lately. It's been fun watching him trade on the 1 minute.
The guy's a boss, man. That guy is so accurate. It's not even just for me. It's I got in learning about trading, but it's just mindset. Like he teaches the mindset, and like because I've adapted the mindset that he has too, and the risk management style, I've been a profitable trader. Like again, am I making like thousands and thousands of dollars? No, but like I'm profitable. I'm in the green, and when I win a trade and I'm in the green now, like I can take a little bit more risk on my next trade. Or for example, I can. If I win a trade, now I can trade again, use less risk, and I'm still green for the day. And mentally, like I feel better because when I lose a trade and I feel like shit, you want to chase, you start getting into really bad habits if you don't catch yourself, right? So managing my emotions in trading has, I think, what caused me to be successful, because I've lost a lot of trades. Like if you look at how many trades I win versus how many I lose more than I win. But with risk management, my winners outweigh multiple losers. So they wipe out, like one win can wipe out 4 or 5 losers, right? It's just about that small little bits at a time. You gotta that portfolio. You protect your capital at all costs, and then you slowly build over a long period of time, and eventually, like you said, 1% better every day. You make 1% every day. That's 365% a year. It's a pretty good growth on your portfolio. 365% a year. That's not bad.
You can't get that anywhere.
No.
I mean, crypto maybe, but
so if you think about it that way, it's not exciting. Like you win a nice trade, you I won 50% trade, but I won 30-40 bucks, whatever. But like if you have a $500 portfolio and you win 40 bucks, that's a pretty good percentage of your portfolio that you just won, right? You win 50 bucks on a $500 portfolio. That's 10% of your portfolio. So you grew your portfolio 10% in one day, right? All you need is 1%. And then the more money you have in your portfolio
compounds that.
It's that position size, right? Like size really does matter in trading. Like you don't have to have price action move very much if you have a high enough position size. And that's what I've learned with Bitcoin. You got to use a little bit more position size. You can still keep your stop loss where you're losing a comfortable amount, but position size matters, especially. And then I use the small time frames to get a little bit of price action, and you get your win for the day or whatever your daily goal is. And
right. Oh yeah.
That's what it's all about. It's about small little growth over time.
Yeah, man. I love that stuff. I mean, obviously that's this thing that I've been talking about, and a lot of people, love the whole idea of, just getting a little bit better. I think it's just so important with trading. It just makes so much sense, and I'm glad that that was an emphasis that I put on my show. And as we get into focusing more on trading and in the market, and really starting to play these opportunities a little bit more, man. I think the more we can get better and learn these things. So like I gotta like really study this SMMA, the 21 day, because I know that like Sam talks about it a lot. I've been using some different indicators, but just like sitting here watching you put it out there, and then I put it on my chart and I'm looking at it, and it's just like you're right. Like if it ever does pull off that line too far, it comes right back to it, and it goes back and forth. And so like there's long and short opportunities. Basically, I think you see the long and short opportunities a lot better here.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, it follows the price. So just using those two, and the same thing. Remember, I told you the same thing. Like when you draw a circle in between the moving averages, you're usually close to a top, and it's real. All it really is that the smooth moving average got way too far from the 200-day. That's all it is. It's just like, and you come back, like you're gonna come back and retest that 200-day moving average, right? So that's why you want to get out when you start to see these moving averages, for one, spread out way too far. You want to get out when price action starts to lose that white line, the smooth moving average. So when we start to lose it, the trend is over, like it's finishing. So we'll come back, we'll lose it, we'll struggle with it for a bit, and then that's it. Then it's over. Like it's the trend just reverses, and then it comes down, right? And then you gap away from it, and then sometimes you get a reversal here and you get back up. As long as you get back above it, the trend is continuing. If we continue to lose it, and that's what I put in my indicator. I put in my indicator to exit when we start losing that smooth moving average. So right now I'm actually working on a 4-hour indicator for this. It's been okay. It's not really accurate like in the middle term, but it's very accurate long term. Like over a year, over like the entire history of the chart, because the 4-hour doesn't hit as often. But my exit is like, for example, it'll enter when you have a nice cross the 4-hour. It'll exit when the 1-hour loses the SMA, right? So losing this line usually indicates trend is over. And don't take my word for it. Go into the charts and do the work, right? Go look what happens when every time that we've lost that line, right? And really it is like the entry here, for example, like the best entry, 5-minute cross. Like for example, we had the cross here and you had the green dot. You would have put your entry here and your stop loss would have been below the 200-day moving average. And then you would have just let it go. And you would have never, like, for example, like you got in here. When did we finally come back? Here, I'm going to put a horizontal line on the entry. So we got in on the 15th of March. You wouldn't have come back there until the 18th. You would have had all of this to find an exit. Right? It's the 5-minute catches the moves, the good trends. When we're bullish, you can catch really good moves there for like, and you can hold them for a day or so if you want to. Like I like to get it. I like to sell early. I like to guarantee myself some profits.
So could you build the absolute opposite of this indicator for a short entry?
Yeah, same idea. I can do this. I can do the same strategy, but say when it crosses bearishly to the downside. So right now it triggers on a bullish cross, and I can get it to do the same thing on a bearish cross. But honestly, just press Alt I on the chart. Right, you flip it upside down. It's the same idea, right? The green dot will show up on the top, and you can trade it the other way. Hey, this is what we're here to play with, man. Play with the indicator. See how you like it. See how it works. You can even change it a little bit to in the settings here. You can go and change the risk. Style is it over here? Where's trail? Yeah, risk reward 1.5. You can change it up to 2, 3, 4, whatever. It'll be it might be less profitable. It's better to 2 to 1 is usually the sweet spot. But I guess why I say like
Right.
everybody's trading style is different. Like you find the exit you're comfortable with. I just wanted to show you the entry. I want to show you the best entry that you can find, and it's just a little visual. It's not supposed to like it's not supposed to be like, hey, I trading just with your indicator and I'm not profitable. Well, it's like this is like a tool. It's a tool to help you, but it's not here to do the job for you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like you gotta have a knowledge base and understand and not just blindly follow. It's just like, you told me to buy this coin tank. It's like, well, did you do your own research, my friend? No.
Ever.
But this is why I want to talk about it and just show you the similarities of that and how price reacts with the 200 and with a smooth moving average. Understand that relationship, and you'll understand this indicator.
Uh-huh. Well, I'm excited to to play with it some more. I appreciate you you letting me in on the access.
Absolutely. And if there's any bugs or anything that you notice, just we started a group chat,
Yeah.
and hit me up in there, because anything I can try to make better, I obviously will. We've been pretty lucky that it's been, the back testing is showing a pretty good success rate right now. So I hope, honestly, I just want to help people make money. Like, what's better than helping people, level up? Actually, I got another one to show you too.
Another indicator.
Yeah, this is not mine. Somebody made this in the training group that I'm in. So I was just kind of messing around with it. It's a money flow model, so it kind of shows like it also shows entries and exits. So like you look at the last three here, tells you long here, and you could have caught like a nice move up. Long here, exit here, long here, exit here. So you'll see on the chart these green zones and then a long.
Mhm.
And it kind of tells you when the long, it tells you when the exit. So it has this indicator. I'm not 100% sure how it works, but I've been kind of like just looking at it and back testing it and seeing it's been pretty, honestly, it's pretty accurate. I took a trade with it last night, and I won the trade. Like, it wasn't a huge trade, but like just a fart around with it before I went to bed. And yeah, so I'll send you this. I'll send you the code for this. You can just get into your chart and fart around with it. It might help with this 5-minute indicator, because if you see a green dot and like it's telling you to exit, for example, maybe we have some conflicting stuff here, but here you would have been fine.
It'll give you some confluence, or it'll
Mhm.
give you a different opinion or whatever.
Yeah, like so the green dot showed here, and there's an exit right here, right? So that could have saved you by seeing that. So I might even just everybody that has this in my indicator, like give them this too, and then use them. You can use them side by side, and
Look at that one where look, there's a green arrow at between 20 and 21. There's a green arrow for a long, and then long on the other indicator. Yeah, that one right there.
right here.
Yep.
Yeah. So you have a long entry here, and you got a nice exit right here. That was your take profit. My indicator's take profit was right there, so it would have been perfect. Or even actually, this indicator's exit would have been here. My take profit would have been here. But either way, however you like to do it, it's there for the use. This one again, I can whoever wants this, just let me know. I can give you this one for free. It's not mine. I'm not gonna sell it to you or whatever, right? It's
Hey, let me. I'll throw that one with the arrows with the green and red arrows. I like that.
yeah, I'll send you that one. But yeah, it's these are just tools to help you along the way. But honestly, those two moving averages alone, well, like that has got me to understand how to trade is using those moving averages. And then you look at I look at the RSI and all that kind of stuff like that, and you try to have as much confluence as you can in a trade. Just to say, like, I have more edge to trade, right? Like, you have to trade. I think you have to get to a point. Again, if you're really serious about trading, where you just do it enough times, where you understand what you like, you understand how you like to trade. You're gonna learn from other people, but like you're gonna find your own way to do it. And then understanding of what time frames you like. I like the 5-minute, the 1 minute, and the 1 hour, and lately the 15-minute, right? Like, but I've been exclusively on this, like the 5-minute and the 1 minute for a long time. They're just practicing that over and over and over because I can't be in the charts very long at work. So I got to be on the small time frames, make my money there, and go back to work. So for like my lifestyle, that works out for me. If you have the ability to be in a trade for a longer period of time, you can trade the 4 hour, the daily, whatever, right? Like I know some people trade the monthly, like why not? If you got time, just get in a nice swing low and sit on it for a month or two and see what happens, right? But you can make big money on those moves.
Those are the ones, man. I was really looking at at some of the other lines, and we were looking at some of the levels of some of the past activity. I look at August 2024, and we've got some some other time frames where there's some heavy volume, which I think we'll have if we do take another leg down, where we'll probably take a trip to, and I just anticipate if that happens, just knowing those levels and the idea, and even if we scam Wick one more time after that. But to hit one of those generational longs, I'm preparing to do that, and to hopefully maybe not time the bottom, but to get something very close and run it for several months, because I've never had the patience, never really had the capability or understanding probably of the market, whereas I do now, and knowing that that's a fun thing to accomplish.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that. I'm hoping maybe we catch it on the show. Maybe we catch it on the live. We catch the cycle bottom, and then like we're just riding that baby. And every time we come in for a weekly episode, we're just babysitting that trade.
How's it doing it? I mean, but like the whole idea that I think about that is like you gotta like have some size, and you've gotta just get to a point where the funding doesn't matter to you anymore, because like you just made so much money in that trade. Which
Do you even really need size? Like, look at let's play it out here. Let's go a limit here.
all right,
Say we enter a long on Bitcoin on VDEX. Say we get down to
48.9.
48,900. Okay. So 50x, we're gonna go cross, so we don't have a liquidation price. We're gonna go, I don't know, say $20,000 position size. Now this is on 50x, so this would use margin wise. So 20,000 divided by 50 is only $400. It's a $400 trade multiplied by 50 gives you the $20,000 position. Your take profit, say Bitcoin goes to 180,000, right? And then your stop loss would be, I don't know, 35,000. So you're risking 5,600 for $53,619. Right? Even if you go up, you keep your stop loss tight and you just keep trying to hit it, right? So 48.9 and say 41 is your stop loss. You risk 3,200 for, again, 53,000, right? Like pretty good risk versus reward ratio. But it's a pretty good I don't know, man. It's pretty good risk. And you don't lose any, as long as you have, this is cross. You have to have the money in your portfolio,
right,
to fund your way through this, right?
Get scorched.
So you gotta watch, you gotta play with the numbers when it comes to your stop loss and whatnot. But if you can do it, that's a pretty nice freaking payday. That would be
to hit a 50K trade, dog.
That's like, and that's, some people do that like all the time. Again, it's all position size. Like even if you took $5,000 position, which is, let's see here, 5,000 divided by 50 is $100, and you take, get up to 180, and your stop loss would be, I don't know, say 41,000. Like I said, you're risking $800 for 13,400. Pretty good risk versus reward, in my opinion, right? So if you can catch it, God bless you, because that'll be a good. Like, think about $50,000. You make that trade, you paid yourself for a whole year. Like that's a yearly salary for some people, right? Like
100%.
Like you think about even like after tax dollars, like that can be your expenses for your entire year.
One trade, DCA into some Bitcoin, man.
Yeah, and especially if you do those trades, you can do trades. I don't think you can do it on VDEX, but where you can do the pairing where you're actually trading Bitcoin, where you get paid instead of getting paid stable coin, you get paid in Bitcoin. So you can stack Bitcoin doing a trade like that. So very, very cool ways if you can get it. That's gonna be your bread and butter for that. It's gonna be that weekly, right? If we go back to the weekly, man, like that's exclusively what I've been looking at for to catch that kind of trend. Because if you look, actually, let me go to the other, the longer chart, the Coinbase chart. So look at like 2018. 2018, we bounced off it. We hit COVID. COVID happened. We lost the 200-day moving average, and we came back above it. So if you just got above that, you're good. Like you didn't even have to catch the COVID bottom. You could have caught it up here.
And you still caught the rip.
And you never came to this price again. Right? This was what? $9,000. Bitcoin will probably never see 9,000 again. Ever. You could still be holding this trade. Right? From back in 2020. Same thing here. In 2022, we lost the SMA, or sorry, smooth moving average crossed the 200. We came back above it. You could have hit my model here. Down, came back above it, crossed, and retested. You could have got in right here, and you would have caught from here to the top, right? You could have caught that move.
Oh yeah.
And that would be like the model that I show. You're not catching the whole move, obviously, but you're catching most of it. Or you can just get the bullish cross. You can try to get the bullish cross right here. And then just keep your stop loss somewhere like here.
The yellow line is what, the 200-day?
The 200-day SMA, yeah, smooth moving average.
So our
simple moving average, sorry.
200-day are getting close to each other. It's looking like we're getting ready to touch and or cross. If we cross, we're going to dip down below it, right?
Yeah. And I've said this the whole bull run. My line in the sand, and I think we talked about this, or I've said this on the Web3 Breakfast Show when you're doing the spaces, is above the weekly 200-day moving average, bullish. Below it, bearish, right? And as you can see here, that's why I say that, because if you look in history, when price is above the 200-day moving average on the weekly, bullish. When we're below it, it's bearish.
Yeah.
This has happened for, as far as this chart can see, the 200-day moving average. So that's my, until this changes and it starts to do something different, I will change my personal thesis. But until that happens, I have to believe it's going to happen again. And you're kind of seeing it happen again. We bounce off it. Right? So can we stay bullish? Yeah, maybe until we go below it again. But I don't know, man. A part of me believes that it could happen still. Like a small part of me believes that we could still see, 100,000 again this year. But then on the other hand, I was like, we have to cool off. Like you can't have new all-time highs and the euphoria again until you have a bear market and price to cool off for a long period of time. Because then you wouldn't have very nice all-time highs, right? It would just be muted. One trade away from making life-changing gains or sleeping on the streets. Let's fucking go. Next level cash. Absolutely, man. Did you ever see that funny? It's like a fucking TikTok video. You guys like driving his car. It's all cool, and he pulls up to like a stop sign, looks out, and sees like an ex-girlfriend. It's like, how do you like me now? You see, you didn't think I didn't I wasn't good and all that. And then it pans to her view, and it's like he's on the street sitting on his ass, like homeless, like fucking raggedy ass clothes, and he's like, and he's just delirious. I fucking love it. That is literally like crypto in a nutshell. It doesn't get any better. Or there's another one I saw the other day. It was like a nice Bentley with a bow on it driving down the street, and the girl's like at the end of her driveway, oh amazing, and the car pulls away, and then the husband's on a tricycle with the roses. Like yeah, crypto bros right now.
Just delusional right now, which is crazy.
Yeah. Oh fuck. People still think like altcoins are gonna pop off this year. Like, guys, stick a fork in it, and they're done. Done for this cycle.
That, that's
That's gonna be the most interesting thing to see next cycle. Do altcoins come back? Which ones do? Like do the top that's Cardano, is it dead? Like it did very, very bad in what we thought it was going to do. Ethereum was probably out of the blue chips the best one, but it barely made an all-time high, like barely, like $40 into an all-time high. Like, so that's like where I'm really curious to see what's going to happen. And like, even me, I'm like, do I invest in altcoins? Is it worth it for me? Do I invest in altcoins, or do I just stick with Bitcoin? Because I'll be honest with you, this bull cycle kind of shaked me away from altcoins, which maybe that's what they want. I don't know. Maybe it's especially when it comes to the institutions and all that. Like,
I would think that a lot of altcoins are never going to be anything that they once were. Some will, right? Like Ethereum will be fine. Chainlink will be fine. Several that are going to actually contribute are going to be fine. There are some that will never come back from the depths that they've gone down into. That's reasonable.
The best narrative I can think of that makes the most sense to me is stick with altcoin networks that are using a lot of stable coins, because stable coins are the wave of adoption that's we have in front of us, right? With Clarity, institutions. So everybody wants stable coins. I believe I just read Stan Druckenmiller was talking about how stable coins will be the what's the word I'm looking for? The medium of exchange in the future. It will be stable coins. Like, that'll be like what we used to exchange peer to peer. So it will be the new cash,
the new dollar.
Yeah. So Stan Druckenmiller's talking about that, BlackRock and the whole tokenization thing. So people that are using stable coins, tokenizing the world, whether it be stocks, real world assets, whatever, like that makes sense. Chainlink ties that all together, because Chainlink allows the blockchain to communicate with outside, with the internet. So those things actually feed the whole ecosystem. They're part of like the whole ecosystem. So things like that. That's the only logical explanation I can think of for a base case for altcoins, or those altcoins, just because of what we're using it for. And then stable coins, AI agents. Like, think about AI. AI is going to be doing payment networks. You want to talk to your AI, hey Claude, I want to go to the Bitcoin conference. It's at Venetian. Book me a flight, stay. I want to try and leave at this time. Yada yada yada. Go ahead. It's going to go talk to the websites. It's going to go and probably use stable coins to be able to make payments and all that. And and stable coins make the most sense instead of like a credit card, for example, because with all these AIs and AI agents, think about everybody has AI. Everybody has ChatGPT. Everybody can create their own Claude bot with a MacBook or the mini Macs or whatever they're called. And now you have thousands and thousands of AI agents that can go hack. So like your security and like your accounts are going to be at risk. So this is where blockchain comes in, because you're going to need that security of the blockchain. Then how many times has Google leaked your credit card information, or Apple or whatever, right? Apple Pay. Like, that happened to me when I went to NFT NYC. My credit card got I came back, got frauded, right? So it's blockchain is going to be the solution to that, because now cybersecurity is going to be that much more important with the rise of AI and AI agents, right? Now it's not some sweaty guy hacking you in his basement. It's a bunch of bots doing it while he's sleeping. It's true. I think I was watching Anthony Pompliano on his podcast, and he has a guy that does a lot of AI on his channel, Jordy Visser, and he was saying that, like, the average AI agent right now, the IQ is like 135 or 140. So you have like very highly intelligent bots doing stuff now, right? So think of like 1,000 AI bots trying to hack your X account or your whatever, right? Like, you're getting constantly attacked, right? This is why Bitcoin is so valuable, because it is always under attack, and it's never gone down. It's never been hacked or anything like that, right? So
That's why I think you talked about altcoins and all that stuff. We're not trading them. I'm not adding them. Bitcoin it's the show. Everybody's interested in it. It's in the sovereign wealth funds and nation states and institutions and enterprises. And there are some altcoins, yeah, that they're into, but for the most part, it is Bitcoin, and so that's
the name of the game.
Right.
Again, you can't you gotta. I think of investing in crypto like a traditional portfolio. I'm building a portfolio. You want safe assets. You want to take some risk. You put some risky assets in there. I'm not saying don't invest in altcoins, but you should protect yourself by being mostly Bitcoin, right? And then taper it off. If you want to be 70% Bitcoin, then you have 30% to figure out whatever. You don't want to have all your risk in one thing. Maybe you take some traditional stocks and then you mix some altcoins, because if you get a 500% increase on one of your altcoins, fantastic. Then you do a rebalance, right? And you take that and you rebalance it all, and you just all in all is to build your portfolio up so you have more financial freedom for you and your family, or for yourself, whoever, right?
The game, dog. That's the game.
That's it. That's the name of the game. Don't get emotionally attached. Every crypto, in my opinion, is every like altcoin is like a startup. They're all like startups. Startups fail, right? Did you want me to show you a chart here?
No.
Okay, I just popped up saying that you're sharing something. Okay.
No, like it's crazy. Like everything like disappeared for me, and then it came right back. So
Okay, then it's probably just restream.
I thought you just like mic dropped and end the show. I was like, oh wow.
Well, that's it, guys. Bye, Bitcoin. See ya. Peace. That's it. I can't mic drop. It's like stuck on an arm. I can drop it. Got to loosen it. Look, a screw. Mic drop. See, you got the nice one. It comes like from above. I have this weird one that fits underneath my monitors.
Love the the upper. It's good. It's like, because I'm a hand talker, so it's good to like not have it anywhere near.
I have to like go under, like I'm underneath. I'm working on. I have to like sometimes look over my mic to type.
I was talking to Whitney the other day. Like, I've got the mic. The mic is here and it goes over one, and I got two monitors here. But man, I could use I think two more monitors at this point.
I have three like across me, like a freaking cockpit.
Three's good. Two is fine.
Yeah.
3 would be better. 4 would be like ideal, I think.
Yeah, I had to. And then I started hosting like the live streams. And when it comes to like different platforms and chats, like now, like my one monitor is just dedicated to the arena chat now. And because it doesn't pop out very nicely, and Restream doesn't integrate all the chats. So, and then when I'm sharing one screen, like my screen, I'm sharing like one monitor's gone for that. So it's a little bit of a finagling when you're hosting the show. Like, I'm sure when you're hosting space, you have to add your soundboard, then the phone. It was such a weird thing. Like, I wish it was so much easier to do from PC, honestly, because it would be so much. There's so much more you can do from the PC. Like, imagine being able to use like OBS or StreamYards with space, like a live space.
Oh,
and then getting all the benefits from StreamYards into the space. That'd be amazing. But I don't know. Elon's got other priorities apparently. He just does part.
Yeah, I feel like there's like the algorithm, all that stuff that's changing is it's just been so challenging to get through.
It's all AI. Dude, I have been stuck at 1,300 followers for like 6 months. Every time I get above 1,300 followers, I look back and I'm down to like 1,295. Like, it just, I don't know what's going on. I'm back and forth. It's just been stuck there. But my numbers are like pretty consistent. Like my impressions, like they haven't dropped, but I don't know. I don't know what it is. Mind you, I'm not like making videos like all the time that I do, and I've pivoted to mostly trading. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe I'm stuck in like this lane here. But I don't know. It is what it is. I don't care. I just like help. I like to help who I can help. I'm just gonna keep doing me. I like trading. Like if you're watching anything that I do, it's really just because I truly enjoy it and I'm doing it myself. Like I'm learning trading live. You're along for this journey with me for trading. You know, part of the making the indicator is to show you guys what I've learned, and it's worked for me, and I hope it works for you.
Oh yeah, I love that. Maybe one of these days we could do like I don't know if you're not going in, we could do a morning show. You can come on and we'll trade. We'll talk about what's going on pre-market.
When morning macro you're doing now, right?
Yeah.
What time? Is it the same time as
8 a.m.
Oh, 8 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I'm available one day where I'm not, not at work, absolutely, let's do it.
Yeah, cool. That'd be fun.
All right, homies.
Things are moving. The candles move a little bit heavy around that time, so it's fun to be looking at charts.
Oh yeah, I've been loving doing the market open, like getting in at 9:30. Like I don't trade that that 15-minute strategy like I was doing, but I still put the lines and I still watch that candle.
Dude, I fucking get mad at myself like every morning because I don't do it. Same thing, like something will take me, like I'll be here at my desk and I'll get like the lines drawn. Let's see, where is it? 9:30 a.m.
Let's see what today did. I've been out with my daughter all week for like a March break.
Oh, dude,
I haven't traded at all.
Today was like you would have done so well if you played it.
Today's the 18th.
Yeah.
9:30. Nope, it would have been.
So let's see, measured from the bottom of the break to the bottom of the day, you'd have got to about 2.5%.
Jesus Christ.
Plus whatever leverage you got on it, you know what I mean?
Wow. The market just like woke up and chose violence today. Holy.
Yeah.
9:50, 9:30. Oh, there it is. Wow. It literally was right there. Yeah. Yeah. See, like it would have broke. It would have come down to here, came back up. You can even got in on this candle where it come and tested and just wicked back down again and then entered right there. And yeah, you would have got.
That's the play. That's the play. Is the just.
See here. This is the strategy. I took the 21 cross the 200, retests, and then you put your stop loss probably somewhere right here above somewhere above the 200, and you write that. You could have written it all the way down, right? Like that's good. Or you could have gone here, all the way down, the retest, and then all the way down. Like, but again, trading pre-market is weird because like sometimes like you'll have this big dump pre-market, and then as soon as market opens, boom, huge candle back up, right? So I say this, but mentally it's nice, in hindsight it's easy to say, but like when you're there in the charts and like you wouldn't, like for example, replay this. Oh crap, that's not what I wanted. Leave. If I go to replay this, right, I'll start a new one. So let's go all the way back to here, right? Like you would have had no idea. And then you would have played it. Then you watch it play out, right? Huge candle back down. So you're thinking like, man, we're dumping so hard. Market open. It's got to go back up. Like how far down we go? I would have been telling myself stochastic low, like, but it just kept going, right? So that would have been tough. This would have been that 15-minute would have been really good because you consolidated a little bit there and you got in right when it broke and it retested it and you just kept going down.
I definitely got smoked out of while it was fighting and figuring out what it wanted to do, like between 9:30 and 10:30. It definitely got smoked out of a long, dude. I thought we were like what you just said, like when it drops hard like that, it usually recovers hard like that. And dude, I thought like, when is it gonna fucking go up? Like I know it's gonna go, and it never did.
Yeah. Well, right here, you probably would have thought that because the candle came down and started wicking up crazy. You probably would have, okay, next candle's green. Nope.
And then there were a couple green ones in there, and it's just like, oh shit, like
yeah,
here you go, it's time. Nope.
I've been trading the the market opens, I've really been noticing the manipulation that goes on, or the battle between the bulls and the bears. Like
Oh, dude.
these 15-minute candles are like moving like a 1-minute candle. It's honestly insane when the market opens, how it is. But yeah, it's another tool. It works. That 15-minute strategy does work pretty often. Sometimes it fools around on that trend where it'll bounce like in and out of it a couple times and you get stopped out. But again, tight stop loss, small risk. You just got to catch it once. You catch it once and you're good, right?
Good.
You can fool around with you 3 or 4 times. You catch it once, all those losses will be forgiven. And see right here, we're at this point of control. We're just oscillating around this point of control. So we get above it,
Next
72.
I feel like the next move is up, to be honest with you.
I agree with you. I'm kind of, now that I'm seeing this, as long as we can get above it, and we're kind of looking like we're trying to do it again, get above this point of control. So that's what we'll probably leave you guys with tonight. If you're looking for a long look at this getting above the point of control at 71,182, if we can get above, say above 71.4, we could gap all the way up to 72.3. So keep that in the back of your mind. And that might be something that you see happen overnight into the morning, or maybe we just continue to go sideways, and then tomorrow we pop off. We'll see.
Yeah, I think the Asian markets like just started like about an hour ago, right? Like
right now it's what, 10, it's 11:32 a.m. for them now.
Okay.
In Japan, I don't know what is Asia. What country is considered for Asia for trading?
I think China, right? Beijing, it's 10:30 in the morning. Tokyo, it's 11:30.
Yeah, so China's 10:30. So yeah, it opened I don't know what time they opened. Did they open at 9:30 in their time?
9:30.
So then, yeah, about an hour ago it opened. So that'll be interesting. When is London open? Or like London is what, 6 hours ahead of us?
2:30 in the morning in London right now.
So the London handoff might be interesting because the London will open.
That's probably where we'll see the pump.
The London, it's like Bits was talking about, the London to New York, when that handoff could be interesting, right? Volatile. If we're going sideways during the Asian market, we dumped during New York, sideways consolidation during the Asia market. So we'll see what happens with the London market. If the London market continues sideways throughout the night, when we wake up tomorrow and we've been sideways, New York might be up again.
Yeah, we're just going to compress all night if that's the case, man. That's just going to be tightly wound and ready for explosion.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And if it continues down, then I have to say New York is probably going to be up. Unless we're just starting the next leg down into the bear market, and then like they're all gonna fucking dump, right? But again, anything can happen. Be mentally prepared, and if you're mentally prepared, you just react to whatever the market gives you. Market doesn't owe you anything. Take what you can get and be happy with it.
and react to the market. Don't guess. Don't guess.
Oh, you're back.
See, it tells me that you're waiting for the host to join. That's weird. It's weird that it drops.
That's okay. You honestly, it was just a quick blip. It's weird. I just closed the chat and like, I'm like, shit, did I do something? But all right, everybody, thank you so much for coming by. Another great show for Trade Daddies. I hope you guys got some alpha here. I hope it shows some market direction, gives you some ideas, and hopefully we'll help you guys catch that legendary trade. You can make a generational trade, just like gold has done for this year. And yeah, we'll see you guys next episode for Trade Daddies, and that's it. You got anything else to end us off, bro?
I think that should be it, man. I appreciate you being here. Make sure you guys smash the like button anyway out here. We'll see you next Wednesday night for some more Trade Daddies. Get trading. Win those trades. Take your profits. Put it into Bitcoin. Send it into cold storage.
All right. Peace out. Later.
Yeah. Another session in the books. Trade Daddies. Let's close it out right. Yeah, yeah. From the charts to the couch, we appreciate your time. Every view, every share, that support is a sign. Late night learners building wealth slow. Plant seeds today, watch the legacy grow. We don't flex hype, we invest in the grind. Teach discipline so you level your mind. If the game gave value and the message hit deep, run it back, tap like, let the algorithm speak. Trade Daddies, yeah, we here every week, dropping gems, keeping structure unique. If you vibe with the movement, help it expand. Like, share, subscribe, build the brand. Trade Daddies, yeah, we teach no cap. Real dads, real trades, real talk on the map. Yeah. No promises quick, just knowledge and reps. Risk managed tight, calculated steps. From beginners to vets, everybody can learn. Market cycle spin, patience earns. So salute to the viewers, community strong. Independent thinkers, moving along. Hit subscribe if you rock with the show. Turn alerts on, don't miss the flow. Don't miss the flow.
Who keeps it real? Trade Daddies. Who builds the skill? Trade Daddies. Like it up, share it wide, share it wide. Subscribe and ride. Daddy time, knowledge climb. See you next week, same grind. Trade Daddies, after dark. Stay disciplined, play it smart. Trade Daddies.